could be wrong, but I think that's the one. It's right there in his typewriter. That's Stephen King. It's a biography. I think that says The Glass Floor. So that's an old typewriter. My mom had one like that. I started on a typewriter similar to that, and I'm not joking. I wrote a story called The Power. I gave it to one of my neighbors. There was a woman named Stephanie Black. She had proofread it from me and found so many mistakes in it. But it was a typewriter similar to something like that. My mom had one. It was my old grandma, Nanny Wall, known as Margaret Mitchell. That looks like The Glass Floor. I can't read it from here. It's too. It looks like that says The Glass Floor, and that would be his first professional sell on a story. It's Stephen King as a young writer, and that's an old school typewriter. It doesn't have a brand name on the front right here, but that's got to be The Glass Floor. Yep, it says The Glass Floor. See it? The Glass Floor. It's a mystery story that was in a mystery series called Mystery Stories. 'Cause I don't want to be buried in a pet cemetery. I don't want to live my cat life again. All right. Double tie. Yes. Welcome to the Please Subscribe Show. There he is, and it's, oh, look at this whale shark tunnel warning. There's a warning on it. Do not allow children to play with this item. Okay, this is only for cats, I think is what basically this is saying. That this is an item. Oh, cool, man, he got me good. Whoa. Goodness gracious, kitty. Clawed me right there. Okay, kitty. Okay, calm down. Calm down, kitty. I know he gets real excited when he gets in the whale shark. Whoa, whoa. Those are pretty sharp claws. You can see the whole, there's the fin right here. He's gonna roll around. This is real exciting for kitties. Whoa. Look at this cat. Yeah, and it's just a lot of fun there. Yeah, he gets real excited. Now, the goal to this whale shark tunnel, if you don't know, is this little treat at the end, which probably has catnip in it. Here, kitty, come on. There we go. You can see it. I highly recommend it for your cats. Look at this little thing right here. Yes, you bird. Look at that. There he goes. Whoa. And he just, yeah, he went right after it. Now, this is designed for cat fun. You can see the fin right here. Look at this. Look at that. Ooh. I think it's, you know, it's a good bargain. I think you'll probably get them maybe like $20 or something. They may have them on Facebook Market too. Here, come on, kitty. There we go. People trading whale shark tunnels. Let's try the light. Let's try the light on this. Now we can see kitty in there, and it's a little thing he likes to hide. They can rest in it. They can use it to and there's a little fin. Got a little flipper in the back. You kind of look at it, it looks kind of like a whale shark tunnel. And he likes to get in there, and here he is like, whoa, whoa. It's kind of like a Hitchcock film. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, look at that. Look at that kitty. Yeah. And there's this one right here. And it's got a little catnip in it or something. And whoa, did you see that? You got to be careful with this kitty here. He does swat at things. Man, that's a good kitty. Look at that. Whoa. He's having just a good old time. Look at that. He's in there. Kitty. Oh, there he is right there. Kitty. Oh, look at that kitty. Here, let's just move over. Whale shark. Moby Dick here. There she blows. Got me a victim. It's a kitty. Yes, sir. Look at that kitty go here. Woo. Yeah. Oh, it's a jumpy. We got some turbulence. We're in the water and lots of waves are going. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, we're inside the whale shark tunnel. Oh, dear. Oh, he's backing away. It's a good retreat. It's good to retreat, kitty. It's good to take time. Take a snack break or something. Here we go. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, here he goes. Oh, we jumped right through it. The whale shark tunnel. This is actually all CGI. I did it on the computer. I'm joking. Look at that kitty. There we're in some waves there, oh Abby. I don't know who Abby is, but it's like Abe. I guess it's a nickname for Abe. Thing about my kitty is it's okay to pet him up high up here, but if you go down here to the back, he goes into werewolf mode. I don't want to show that, but he'll see how he kind of gets a little nervous, and yeah, there he goes. Okay, and then he'll try to bite. Okay, it's okay. So I have to keep it, this particular cat, all cats are different. I have to keep it kind of by his ears or pet him on his head, kind of pet him on the neck, right here. It's a good kitty. But man, see how sensitive? He just, don't touch me right there. Not right there. Boom. See? Oh, you bite. I said, I'll bite you. I always think of the Never Ending Story movie with that little dragon. Kind of reminds me of a kitty cat. Little dragon that flies around. He rides him. He's a good kitty, yes you bird. Yes you bird, a good little admin kitty. Yes you did, you bit me right there, didn't you? Yes you bird. Yes you looking upside down, yes you goose. Just scratching that chin, yes you look at that chin. Yes you bird, yes. Look at that little chin. It's that little Oreo face. Kind of reminds me of a little bit of like an Oreo cookie. You burr. You just tear. Upside down, you scratching it like an old dog. An old dog kitty. You burr, look at those ears. Just like a little kitty, you burr. Yes, little old dog kitty. Oh, you gonna bite? Oh. Yes, little kitty, yes, you burr. Look at that kitty. Yes, you burr. Oh, look at that. Look at that kitty. Oh, look at that. Look at this. Kind of reminds me of Alien. Kid, that cat. I know that cat had a name. We called him it wasn't Ripley, was it? She had a name for the cat. Remember there's a character named Newt. I'm gonna look it up, an Alien, the original Alien with Sigourney Weaver. The cat in the original Alien. Ow! Oh, he got me good there. So in the original Alien with Sigourney Weaver, which I believe was the late 70s, I want to say 79, I'll have to look that up too. Jonesy was the name of the cat. The cat's name was Jonesy. Was that the name? Yes, you do, Jonesy. Yes, you bird. Oh, yes, you bird. Oh, look at that. There's a little beard. He's got a little white beard. Yes, you bird, little Jonesy. So the cat's name was Jonesy, And Sigourney Weaver, she played a character named Ellen Ripley. It was Ellen Ripley and Jonesy the cat in Alien. It's a really good movie. I own Alien. It's actually one of the sci-fi films that I own. Is the original Alien, which I really like. It's very, very good. It's a very good one. Might watch that one time, do a little review on it or whatever. Those classic ones are some of the best. Oh, he got me good. He got me really good. Oh, kitty. Be careful. Just a love bite. Just a love bite. Please, kitty. I know he gets carried away. All right, we're going to go ahead and cut here. All right, so I found another treasure on YouTube, a movie. Richard Linklater, who, an old girlfriend of mine, actually was an extra in the Newton Boys. I auditioned for the Newton Boys. I talk about this all the time because I've met some great directors. I was directed by Frank Darabont as a background actor in The Majestic with Jim Carrey. And of course, I probably would have got the background extra role in Richard Linklater's Newton Boys. Actually, I don't know why I didn't get anything. I flew out there. I live in Fort Worth. I took, my mom worked for the airline. She worked for American. My mom sent me on an airplane. I flew to Austin. I know I may have landed somewhere nearby. I got out on the airport. I had my little bit of luggage with me. I got on a bus. I went to a Motel 6 or something. My mom kind of planned a lot of it. I was probably 20. I have to look when the Newton Boys came out. And I think I had a monologue memorized. I think it was probably, most likely, I think it was probably my Ferris Bueller monologue. When Ferris Bueller's talking about how if you don't look around, you'll miss the world kind of thing. The clammy hands monologue. I might have done that one just because it showed me off. It showed me some character. But then again, now I think about it, it was a Western. So I probably did with a Sam Shepard monologue. And I did the Buried Child one, my face looks like my father's face and his father's face. It goes on like that, clear on back to the Corn Belt monologue. And I had it memorized. And so I went in and I guess it was Linklater. I don't know. It's like three guys. One of them had a ball cap on. It probably was Linklater. Look, I didn't know what Linklater looked like back then. So I went in this room. It was kind of like a office room kind of thing. And it was real quiet. They were real respectful. It had to be Linklater. Linklater was a very do-it-yourself. He would have been at all the auditions, I think. It could have been casting directors. He was bigger than, But, so I gave the monologue, and it was just really quiet, and they just like, thank you. I think I gave them my headshot and resume and everything. But my ex-girlfriend was in it. I don't know where she's in it. I have to watch it. She's one of the background extras in it. So then I left. I got on a bus and made my way back to the airport, jumped on an airplane and flew back to Fort Worth, What can you do? Anyway, what I'm going to introduce now is not Newton Boys, although that's a sleeper. Newton Boys is based on true experience of these outlaw robbers that rob a train or something, and way later on in their life, when they get older, they're actually interviewed on the David Letterman show. Because they didn't get away with it per se, but it was kind of a sleeper Western that Linklater did. Anyway, what I'm introducing is one of his first. It's Impossible to Learn to Plow by Reading Books. He's got one with commentary and then one without. So I'm going to watch first straight up version. It's 1 hour, 25 minutes, and 58 seconds. And it was written by Linklater. The story was by Richard Linklater. The cinematography is by Richard Linklater. It's by Richard Linklater. He edited every aspect of the creation of this film is done by the one and only Richard Linklater. I've done a few of myself, but this is a famous film. And all of it was done by him on a $3,000 budget. So here's Kitty. Kitty, are you happy? You happy to watch this with me? Kitty, oh, he bit me. Kitty loves to watch movies with me. Let me go ahead and introduce it. If I ever meet him, I'm going to talk to him about that. Do you remember a guy that came in, did like a Sam Shepard monologue? Kind of looked like Ethan Hawke. With Ethan Hawke was in it. At the time, you know, Ethan Hawke was cast in Newton Boys. Do you remember? Remember me? Remember me? Remember? Okay. Because I thought, you know, I didn't know what you looked like back then. So, anyway. We'll take a look at it. All right, so it's on the TV. You can see right here, it says impossible to learn to plow by reading books. And it says 1988. And this is a commentary one on the right here. And that's the one that he did right there. Let me give her a shot of that. But see if I do that, then Kitty, you know, Kitty's laying here. Maybe I can pass the camera over to Linda. Hey, Linda, do me a favor. No, that's right, sure. She's a hurt thumb. Okay, move out of the way, Kitty. Sorry for that, Kitty. Sorry. All right, so we get a better shot of it right here. Kind of see it, kind of getting off the couch. You can see the title of it. It's probably, one of those is probably Linklater. I don't know who the other actor is, but the rumor is Daniel Johnston's in it. The legendary folk singer. It's on True Time Interactive 6 years ago. Jesus. And then this one is on Don Alex. And this has the commentary. It's impossible to learn to plow by reading books, Richard Linklater. And that was 3 years ago. It's so cool. I mean, I'm not putting down Apple TV or Hulu.
What you want me to do?
I was gonna get you to film something, don't worry about it.
Aww.
I'm doing a commentary thing, or not commentary, I'm just vlogging, but this is on my YouTube. You can see YouTube right here. Why you would need something else other than YouTube, I don't know. You know, I mean, it's like television. They have these surprise things that happen. It's so fun to see these little, find these things. They're all over. There's so many movies on YouTube. It's absolutely free. Of course, you got to pay, you know, some type of internet provider. But if you want to go off and get Apple TV, you know, Apple TV and Hulu and all that stuff, that's a lot of fun. They work hard. They're hard companies. AMC, all of that stuff, they're hard companies. But why you would need anything else but YouTube, I don't know. Personally, I personally cannot afford to, you know, this is how I get my entertainment. And if I want to listen to some music, there's Led Zeppelin right there. I can't show that, though. You can't show that on, you cannot show that cover, House of the Holy, because it has kids on it. That's why it's cut right there. But this is to learn how to plow by reading books, Richard Linklater. We're going to give it a try. I can't show it, though, because copyright. I'm excited that I get to watch this cool little movie for free. It's been on for 6 years. It was posted 6 years ago. So I'm just now finding this, you know. So when you send your movie out on YouTube, people will find it. Anybody can do it. And this one actually wasn't originally on YouTube. This had to compete with all the Spielbergs and all the great, you know, the great people. He had to compete with all the greats, and who knows what this guy went through. But we're gonna watch it. All right, last little thing. The protagonist travels around the country meeting various characters. There is no climax. There's no rising action. Nothing really changes in it. That's what they're saying in the plot point, but it's probably not true. I'm gonna watch it for myself, and then I'll give you a thorough review of it. So possibly could be better than Slacker. Slacker is my favorite Richard Linklater film, and the one I recommend. Anything past that, it's just, you know, wherever you want to go, it's fine. But Slacker, this is not Slacker. This is actually, it's impossible to learn to plow by reading books. The opening's genius. Very Jim Jarmusch, or he calls him, that's Linklater right there. You can't really see him, but right here, sitting by the stereo. I'm gonna explain what's going on here. He calls Jim Jarmusch, Jim Jarmusch. So that's, you know, I call him Jarmusch, but he's sitting right there. And yeah, where's the remote? He does something really interesting with the sound here, and I don't know exactly what he's doing, but I have some theories. It's Super 8 is what I'm thinking. Super 8, it was filmed on Super 8. Right there, he's sitting right there. And that's a stereo playing narration. Now, Whether he really used those speakers or not, I don't know. But if he really used those speakers, it was so that the sound would be captured by the camera mic. That's a theory. And that might be what he wants some people to think. But if he overlaid it, that's even more genius. So if he spoke into a microphone and then just laid it down underneath the film, which is probably what he really did, that's genius, because you're thinking that the narration's coming out of the speakers. This was probably all quiet. The narration was coming out of a microphone that he laid underneath when he was editing, because he edited this. You can see some artwork on the wall here. Whether he drew that, he probably did. And then there's this little Tommy gun right here. So it immediately, when you're watching it, it's referring to noir, film noir. This is possible a masterpiece. That's why I'm stoked that I get to see it for free. And because you can't get any Jim Jarmusch films for free. Not really. They're very hard to find. I've seen probably like 5 or 6 of them on YouTube. I've gone back to find them, and you can't access them anymore. So whether this is a one-time deal, but it's been going on for 6 years. So whether it's a one-time deal, I don't know. But shoot, if you're a film student, you're watching this. You're watching this for sure. This looks like a coffin or surfboard. It's actually a surfboard, but it looks kind of like a coffin or some kind of Egyptian thing. This is a very going into 1990s Lost Generation, Generation X set, for sure. Whether he worked very hard at manipulating the set or he lived in it, don't know. But I'd probably say that he probably lived in it. I've seen segments from the film before, but I have not watched it all the way through. So far, big thumbs up. Big genius film. My cat's in there making some major weird noise. But I think it works, you know. So far, I was very in tune. I can't wait to see the rest of it. So far, I've only watched 2 minutes and 36 seconds of it, and I had to get up and make some comments. Jim Jarmusch, of course, he's one of my favorites. But Linklater has some surprisingly interesting, masterful first works, which is you know, Slacker, anyone would say. Slacker's very funny. But this thing could be a complete masterpiece, and could be something that I sought out to buy, and I rarely ever buy movies. Mostly because I can't afford it. But we're watching this one for free. So we're gonna wait for Daniel Johnson's appearance, and we'll probably make another comment. All right, we're back. And this is the Richard Linklater movie. Let me use the remote here for a second. You can see this shot. I just want to look at this shot for a second. So from what I've learned, it's Super 8. I could be wrong. I cannot tell if this scene has inserted sound. But if it does, they're beyond genius. Or if it's the camera mic that is picking up some of their dialogue. In the previous scene, he's talking about going to, to go rent some movies or whatever. Same thing, I couldn't really tell completely. But it sounded like they went in and inserted dialogue. So they went in and inserted another sound to make it look like, because it was shot on Super 8. I'm not going to show it in live action because of copyright, but whoops, I accidentally did a little bit. It's impossible is the words that starts. So what Linklater did was he found a really good title. It's impossible to learn to plow by reading books. That's how it starts. It's impossible to learn to plow by reading books. It's a very hard title to remember. I imagine because Daniel Johnson's in it, the great folk hero who's passed away a few years back on September 11th. I'm assuming that he probably made 3 or 4 reels of this. I could be wrong. So he made some copies once he had it down, once he edited, and he had it down to where it was the film that he wanted. So far, it's a well-made film. And then he may have went to different festivals and said, look, I've got this movie, it's impossible to learn to plow by reading books. Can I, use this in the festival? He could have made a little bit of money off that. The budget was $3,000. I don't think it was released on like a box office thing. I think this was probably put into various contests, as it probably even could be today, because film festivals would like to have this kind of thing where you show up and you get to watch it. So even today, it could be inserted into many different film festivals, and people would watch it for sure. I considered it a well-made film so far. Now I'm watching only 19 minutes and 53 seconds. There is some hint at plot. So there's some things, the protagonist, we don't know his name. I'm just gonna put it this way: after the first 19 minutes, genius. So I think it's genius, but he hints at a plot. But we're following his struggle, living day by day, and then he has these conversations. Now, what I'm reading on Wikipedia, it says there's no rising action and no falling action, and that remains the same. I do feel a sense of, I guess you could call it thematic uniformity. It's uniformed in its own world. He's not dodging out of the world of what he's created. So you're able to watch it and go, I wonder what that means, and wonder what's going on over here, and wonder what the director is saying here. So you're able, like any other film, you're able to watch it and be critical, or because listen, it would go down as an experimental piece, but there's far more experimental stuff than this. One thing that I have to compare it, because I know a little bit about cinematography, and I know a little bit about cinema, is really what I meant to say. I'm not claiming to be an expert on cinematography, but I'd compare it probably to Permanent Vacation, which is going to be Jim Jarmusch's kind of outbreak film, a little bit, not completely. We're going to continue to watch it, and we're at about 19 minutes and 53 seconds into it. So far, still a thumbs up. So I'm digging it.